Welcome to Football Fans exclusive podcast, Bruce alongside Chris. This is a place where you find real fans with authentic views. Chris, what's up?
Yeah, no, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, boy.
yeah. Alright. Tonight we have a fan. I can't really tell which club you support. Him have a wagon is not a real fan of any football club. But one thing though is a fan of Jamaican football. So we love to have him on the stream tonight. Rodney, Eddie Rodney.
Yeah, man, I'm here, man. What's up, guys?
All right. Good. Happy to have you. Before we get into it, though, Rodney, I want to give us a impression a minute before we get into the show.
All right, yeah, man, sure, no problem. So, I know that everyone who watches the stream might not be necessarily believers in the Bible, but there's a text that is very important to me. It's Proverbs 3, verse 5 and 6, and it says, "Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not on thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path." And it's very important to me because I believe that, especially in the times that we live in, we all have to have belief. We have to have something that something or someone that we have trust in, something that we can believe in, something that we can look to give us the motivation to go on and continue. Especially, that life is very difficult right now. We're living in very trying times. You understand? So you need something to give you that extra edge to push forward. And for me, it's to trust in the Lord. Different persons have different things, but at the end of the day, have something that you believe in, because that is what is going to pull you through these trying times. And I just like to add to that at every expert was once a beginner. So don't be afraid to start, because once you start, there's no telling where you will end up. But you can't be an expert if you don't start. So just bear that in mind.
All right. Thank you, Rodney. Thank you. This week has been international week, pretty much international football weekend gone. Sadly, it's the end of the road for some clubs, for some countries rather. See Mane get rid of Salah. So there's no Egypt at the World Cup.
Yeah, too.
But Mane two players shoot out Mane over Salah. But and amazingly, both of them failed to score. But the score sheet, Chris. None of them have scored any time in both games. And from in play. So you could say they never contribute much overall then. Would you say that? Yeah?
Yeah, but
Yeah. But locally, our team Jamaica last night see the end of our the campaign ended already. But last night is really the last game playing World Cup qualifying. We're out of it totally from about 2 weeks ago. So what's next for Jamaica, Chris? This Jamaica football. What next since no World Cup for us this time around?
I will save my comments after I hear what Rodney has to say. I think Rodney has very strong feelings in this Jamaica project, sir.
Heartbroken, but my stance already, my stance already. I always say that I never really want to go World Cup still. Tell you the honest truth, I never like all the side. I never like the energy, right? And for me, it's better we get the heartbreak now than them go World Cup and we book up, like, say for instance at Italy, even though they're not there, but you book up at Italy and you get 7. You understand? We can't manage that, brother. You understand? So, I really wanted us to finish 5th. Right? We finished 6th. I really wanted us to finish 5th. Yeah. But I think, as I said, where do we go from here? For me personally, I think we definitely have to rebuild. We have to start the rebuilding phase. I think I see some of that in terms of the selection for the last couple of matches. We got rid of Whitmore, right? Probably we need to get rid of some other persons. Not sure, but let's see what the new interim coach has in store and what kind of plans he has, right? But definitely we definitely need to start the rebuilding process. We have Nations League coming up, right? And also Gold Cup. I think Gold Cup is next year. Next Gold Cup is next year. I think should be
next year.
right. So I think we need to start focusing on those two, having a good performance. We are in League A, in Nations League, right? So we're playing against the big wigs. Yeah. So no, I don't really want to get back up still. We're supposed to have bag up people.
Right,
That's what I'm talking about with the rebuilding and the development. No.
So what's the issue though? What's the real issue? What I think caused, before getting into what we want next really, but I think the real issue is what really caused the failed campaign. First of all, what I think make campaign fail. Okay, Chris.
Profound answer. Yeah, what was the question again?
What's the real issue? What's the real issue that caused campaign to fail? What do you think? If you pinpoint the issue, what's next?
For me, I had told Rodney before also, like we talk about this every day. I think the issue with Jamaica's team is the mentality. Like, it's just a mentality problem. If you don't believe that you can do something, it's almost impossible for you to do it. If Jamaican play, it's impossible for players who play for Jamaica to automatically transform into a different player when they play for the clubs in England or when they go back to wherever they're from. Right? For me, and a lot of persons, complain about the low, but I think low and maybe Blake are the only two players who really believe that Jamaica can win the match. Like, they're the only two players I see that they're not scared. And that's very dangerous. Like, when you watch a game, I don't see the other players having the mentality that they need. I don't see the other players having the mentality.
I think though it's more than mentality. I think one coach never had to do with it. And so I'm gonna blame JFF for one, and I'm blame the coaching for secondly. And but I'm giving coach more of the blame. Alright. If you look at how we have been doing, right? If you look at individual players on the squad, which we're able to recruit this time around, you see your quality, and their quality available as well, right? But the thing is, we keep on adding players at the back end, like near World Cup campaign. We don't see a squad playing games leading up to, for example, the team are playing World Cup. Yeah, there are different teams are playing in World Cup qualifying. So there's no continuity. If you look on teams around us, you see more continuity around those players, and so people understand how to play, understand the system of play, and a pattern of play. Yeah. But quality, I don't think we lack quality. Maybe in some individual areas we could have a bit more quality there. But I think if you keep a team long enough together, you can go to the World Cup. For example, we've been to before this World Cup finals, we've been to 2 World Cup finals before that, right? Before the campaign. If you look at those squads comparing to the squad that played in this campaign, a different squad. So I think Liam Bailey said it before, and people was bashing him about it. But he said that only Jamaica will work because of JFF, and we keep on adding players. Like each window in turn up for Jamaica, is a new player in the squad. Each window. I mean, both of us, we.
No. Nations Leagues are nothing trophy. We want to go to the World Cup.
But you don't go to the World Cup, Randy. The ultimate goal is the World Cup, Randy, right? But FIFA. Alright, but FIFA gave an idea of Nation League, which is a wonderful idea. Some people bash it now, Chris, but look at it. What Nation League allow, right? For each window, a club, a country rather, will have a match, right? Before Jamaica have hunt and try to get a match to play. Yeah, you play against Trinidad, you play against Barbados, or whoever you play against, send kits back in we're on the lower rank, right? But you're getting windows. So now, if there's a FIFA window, that means the players you want to play in your World Cup qualifying can come and play. It's like, we can on the platform, Chris, maybe we can sit down and pick France starting 11. Some at our end. We know we'll go play France starting 11 next week. One idea who will start with Belgium next week. We have an idea who will start. Because I see same team, we see almost every week. Yeah? I see England team, we see a few local minor team, but I see England team remaining. For example, people coach Maguire. And even though coach Jack Maguire playing poor in the Premier League, but Maguire's an England squad. I see England team, it's the England team going to play most of the time. Play at here and there, but the core remain the same. The core Jamaica team, yeah, is probably Blake and Lowe. Who's playing core? Probably one more player. But the core.
Well, Rodney, you're not recording here. Yeah, man, yeah, I'm hearing you, Bruce. Sorry about
that. The core who will play, Chris, each week, Chris, is consistent with other clubs, other countries, sorry. But Jamaica doesn't have a consistency. And so I blame
No, I don't think it's a core. If you look at no, but you can't do alright, fine. Your good players are always coming into the England squad, and players maintain their levels of competition in England squad. And yes, sometimes there's the odd time when you give a player a chance. But I am saying, if you look at Jamaica's team, what made this player forget how to control? What made this player forget how to shoot? What made this player forget something as basic as, let's say, making a pass? When they're playing for their clubs, these players are making these passes. It's like you should look at Alva Spoil. When Alva Spoil comes to Jamaica, the ball spends more time in orbit than going across the field. But when he plays for his country, when he plays for his club, when he's playing for his club, he's crossing the ball properly. So then, does he automatically forget how to? Does he automatically play well for his club? Just like Liam Bailey.
Well, I don't know. And last 2 games, Chris, you have been cussing Liam Bailey. Oh, it's the first time I've seen Liam Bailey actually having a freedom on the park to do whatever he wants to do. To go pop wherever he wants to get the ball, pick the ball. The first time I actually see Liam Bailey.
I have been cussing Liam Bailey. I have been telling you that Liam Bailey is the best player that we have, and the system should go through Liam Bailey. I'm not cussing Liam Bailey. I'm saying that we need to. You cannot have the best player on the field and you're not running the system.
So who do you blame?
Now, of course, I wouldn't say fufu, but it's Tapper. Right? Of course, it's Tapper. Tapper wants the game to play in a way where the game is not. We're not depending on anybody and the whole city. But the majority of the guys, they're not good. They don't have the proper mentality.
Randy,
they can't carry the weight of the burden.
Randy, this man tell me that Ravel was ordinary. I got find Ravel anywhere in Clarendon.
He looked ordinary when he just.
I'm not.
Because the coach,
no. All right, look at that. No.
Sometimes
Hold on. When we look at Ravel the last 2 games, right?
Excellent.
Ravel is a good player in the last 2 games, but there is nothing at stake. No, but there is nothing at stake in the last 2 games.
It's about no
Right.
It's your coach mentality, Chris. The coach.
I remember the second to last game, we got 4-0.
He play okay. He play fine.
We got 4-0.
Yeah, man.
No, you don't play fine if you get 4-0 and you're supposed to. No, don't do that.
Yes, Chris.
Don't do that.
You can play the team lose.
In the match last
Ravel Morrison, no, Jamaica played 3-4-3. Every single shot Canada took, bar the second goal, was on the top of our box. Ravel Morrison did not play good because none of them were defending the top of our box, and both of them, him and Speedy, were supposed to be defending the top of the box.
Yeah,
Right? Because they are the two players, the box-to-box players, they're not there. And it's a team of Jamaica. If you watch the match yesterday against Honduras, right? The guy that scored the penalty, he kicked a shot from before that Blake punched over the net. That led to that corner. Who was marking
That's
him?
why.
It's just the 4 defenders. No. It was just the 4 defenders. None of the midfielders were there. They weren't even trying to get back.
All right. Calm down. Let me play this.
Yeah, man, calm down.
Let's play. I don't know what King was doing all the way on the right hand side. The team was high press. Jamaica the ball, high press. King, he pass the ball. King had the ball. The centre back Rodney. I dribble the ball in the opponent and lose the ball. And Chris expects the teammate was behind the centre back. We kick him back. Remember the center play. Remember the play, boss.
No. You're
So-
saying that I expect.
so-
No.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I like the play though.
Hold on. I'm not saying that the centre back should be there, Rodney. Bruce. What I'm saying is, right, the effort was not there. And it's not only that time, it's multiple occasions. The effort was not there for them to get back before this guy kicked the ball.
I can't agree with that.
And it was the same thing in the Canada match. No, but it was the same thing in the Canada match, so we cannot say it's a mistake. It's the same thing in the Canada match, bro.
Hold on.
Every time Canada go down the flank, they cross the ball on the key or at the top of the box.
Wait, Randy, go.
More say something. Yeah, because almost every day we have these conversations. So I kind of know where Chris' mindset is. You understand? But I can understand when they say, yo, the presence is probably not there. I have to remember, Ravel's main strength is his creativity in going forward and creating plays. And I mean, I unfortunately I never got to see the first half. You understand? But I watched the second half and I saw Ravel making some true pass. Composure.
Great.
Yeah, and it's fine. Ravel is good going forward.
And Gray miscontrol.
Yeah, Ravel is good going forward. Yeah, but Ravel is good going forward. Lovely going forward, but he has a defensive role to play.
And I agree. You understand?
What about defensive role? What defense Sunday, Chris, man? What defense we had Sunday? Last game, wasn't it?
Ravel played excellent defensive.
Hold on.
The man
And I'm saying,
the man tackle.
Ravel is not necessarily a defensive midfielder, so he will put in the effort to tackle. But to be in the right defensive position is not really
Chris,
his
I
game.
Right, so
Chris,
my question
I wouldn't even
is, who is the workhorse on the side right now?
We are limit. We are genuine limit team right now.
Who are the workhorse on the side? You understand? Normally you have a workhorse on the side who...
I think Speedy Rodney give that role, but I don't think Speedy is that physical enough. You get me? I don't think... So he's not,
in presence, yeah.
He doesn't have the physical poise to defend hard, and he might even attacking play
do certain things, yeah.
So I mean,
he's just there, and to me it seems like Speedy is a youth where him can execute the coach instruction. Him do that well, and him, as I say, him probably not as physically present, but him present enough.
No, Speedy. In a physical enough, you saying in a physical enough to be a D-mid. In a real attacking number 10, he's just
Speedy is consistent. I have to give him that. I'm consistent.
Chris. What Mr. Chris, if we are limits, if I play 3 in the middle, for example, you could have him Ravel and somebody else at demon, like, somebody who can control the ball and defend like that. But speedy ain't.
Yeah. So if you play 3-5-2, right, him can work. You just need that. You need somebody with little presence now. You need a box to box with presence, or somebody where I go sit in front of a back three.
Yeah. But the real issue though, Chris, I think campaign failed though. I think campaign failed because of how we approach it, the chop and change, and the coaching too. Because if you're a coach, because look here, Chris, we have seen a lot of countries have one superstar and do so well. That superstar is the focal point. We have seen it so many times, Chris. Yeah. Even with Costa Rica, in Costa Rica, we know say the danger man is Campbell. That's Campbell's name, right?
Campbell.
Joel Campbell, man. We know the ball gonna play through him and you control the ball game. So it's like we don't allow our best players to shine and we don't build a system around our best players and build a squad around and keep and be consistent. So I think that's one of the reasons I think.
And it's kinda hard to do that.
Yeah.
And it's kinda hard to build a system around players when them only are come around for World Cup qualifying or probably the Gold Cup. You understand? You have certain players, especially local based players, especially like when you have like Nations League and so, a lot of them get a lot of playing time. You understand? And then we go and then the coach a build up with them and do them thing, and then World Cup qualifying come around, the whole of them get dropped and them start look ball at England.
I know what happened.
That makes sense.
When the campaign finish, they don't come back. You don't see them again.
They don't come back because because it take money to fly the man them from England.
No, but they don't that to Rodney, but they're no longer interested, Rodney. They're no longer interested. I mean,
because all the World Cup them want to go.
Yeah. So even though, I mean, remaining 3 games, a lot of them were called, but they don't come. They're not interested. They didn't call them to come, but they didn't come. So you have to even though even though Mariappa, for example, as a pass is best, I would still have my baggage by the team. Be other part in the coaching staff. In Chris.
Mariappa has proven himself to actually care.
What happened in the year, Chris? Right? Is that after we bring these guys from overseas, after the campaign fail, when you call them, they don't come back. So you look at this campaign. The same Antonio was called, the same Roof was called, Jamal Lowe was called. They were called for the last 3 games. They're not coming. So you have to give credit to the guys like even Ravel, who them say this indiscipline or whatever. He still turn up. You get what I'm saying? Mariappa still turn up, even though in passes best, Chris. Mariappa passes best. Yeah? He still turn up. So if
he's still here.
Yeah.
So if the man don't want to come in and in program in this phase now, so I'll recruit back some new players not Rodney. But let's recruit them 2 years in advance campaign. Because this is what we're going now. Yeah? Now say we rely upon local based players. No, not necessarily. What I'm telling them probably, but truth is we don't have enough quality locally. They're not really good. Like Chris Fuller.
We don't have the quality locally.
Like Chris Fuller. They're not really good.
Yeah.
They're not really good.
I agree. No, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
I don't think it's not that they're not good though.
Hold on.
I think it's confidence. I think mentality. Nobody just is mentality. Yes, some of them are not good, but there are players here that are good.
It's a mentality problem either. I just think that the local environment is not the environment to breed international talent.
And Chris, and Rodney, another point. One thing that I like, how the new PFL president, I don't forget for the Premier League, but a new guy in charge of it, right? And what he's trying to do is trying to make each Premier League game play on a quality surface. If not quality, so final game on the garden, no game. Two Ireland have a good pitch, but now he's playing game at venues in thing are marked over television and the service is good. Yeah, so you want to play football everywhere in Jamaica right now, which you cannot rob the fans, but for the quality of football, improve the quality, we need to play their quality.
Yeah, I feel do that. So exactly.
Yeah.
Because you look upon it and you say, because alright, say for instance, Leon Bailey, we say, boy, I'm not look good like how I'm looking at England, but could the surface at the national surface be contributing to him?
That's true, because he said the grass heavy too. He said the grass heavy. But one thing though, Chris, you look at the qualifying campaign though. What about Canada a little bit? Canada top the zone, really. Yeah? Would you say that they're better than us now?
Well, Canada is no better. To me, Canada is no better than they were last 4 years or the last years before that. They're no better. It's just that US has regressed. Mexico, this is probably the worst Mexican team that we have seen in a while. I don't think Canada. I think Canada may be just the only team that maintained that level more than anything. I don't think Canada is necessarily better than us. If you understand what I'm saying, I don't think Canada is really like I've seen Canada teams come to Jamaica and they've done well. Just with Hoylett alone, they've done well, right? Canada's always been that team that's there and above, but they normally get punched very hard by US, get punched very hard by Mexico, right? And then they draw a few games here and there, and then what?
They don't get punched by those big boys this time around.
No, I'm saying because those teams were like US just figured out themselves at the end of the campaign, right? Just in time. Mexico, like Jamaica should have drew both games with Mexico at least. Right? If Jamaica had staying power, they would have drawn those games with Mexico. If they had staying power, any at all. Right? So that's one thing we could attribute to Jamaica, actually getting a result from Mexico. I think in the US game, Jamaica should have got a result also. Bobby Reid missed a glorious chance. Right? So, and these teams are teams that were notoriously known to bully us. They were notoriously known to bully us. Right? And it's like a far from grace. So Canada just kept their level, and I think that we are saying Canada is the best team in the league. But I don't see Canada different from last 4 years ago. Maybe they have more 1 and 2 name players, and we didn't even play against Alphonso Davis, right?
Okay.
They have a couple players, but I don't see.
They played against him.
No, we didn't play him the second time. He didn't play second time.
The first leg in stadium, man. Remember the stadium?
First leg.
Yeah, he was at the stadium. He was at the stadium. What I'm saying in the second leg.
He played.
But we draw that game. I'm saying we draw that game.
No, but you were causing another problem in the game. But I'm saying when Jamaica played against Canada, I don't want to even talk about that game because he played -4 degrees and played a local squad. So that game is anomaly. And if we win that game, even like this. I
won't say it's an anomaly. So, I'm saying that game was the precursor or what we would use to say everything that happened in this game was going to happen. Like every time they get down the left side of the field, they just play the ball on top and then they had a shot. The first goal came when they played the ball across the field on top of the defense and the midfielder had a definite clear pass and he passed the ball. And it's the same thing that caused the corner that caused the goal or the penalty against Honduras. So we didn't even learn from those mistakes, and that was a mistake that we were doing for the whole game. Right? That's the same mistake that got us 4-0, and we didn't learn from the one mistake because what? Both Speedy Speedy and Ravel Morrison both are going. So the midfield is empty. Right? That's the problem. The midfield was empty, right? Because both Speedy and Ravel Morrison are going. None of them are sitting. So the midfield is empty. So Canada just occupy the space behind the centre back, behind the midfielders. And they are free to pass the ball. That's what happened. No, we can't have that happening in 2 games straight. It's like we're not learning.
Chris,
I want to say something still. Yeah, I want to say something still. Can I disagree with Chris in the fact that he must say, boy, Canada is not improving. I think Canada, well, individually, I don't think if you were to take everybody in the Canada team individually and stack them up, Canada is not the strongest team in terms of on paper, in terms of names and that kind of stuff. But what Canada is going for them extremely well is team chemistry, and you can see it on the field. They look like a side who they know each other, they know what they do what they're going on the field to do, and clearly they can follow instructions and execute. The same thing you're talking about where they occupying the space behind the between the centre backs and the D mid in the match that we lost over in Canada. Oh, it was as plain as day that was some strategy, probably some exploit that they had probably watched some clip and seen with the Jamaican side and say, all right, this is something that we can exploit, right? Mm-hmm. And for me, to that is good, that is excellent coaching, and for the team to to execute it as the way they did, that is a good team. No. I'm a bit surprised that they actually finished where they finished. You understand? But at the same time, I'm not surprised because you also have to remember, Canada did not automatically qualify for this round. They had the grueling task of coming up right through the entire thing. So Canada had how many, about 6 or 7 games over everybody else. Mm-hmm. You understand? And of course, that would also have given them what I call it now, determination time as well, because I mean,
also time to jail.
The 30 teams that you have to play through in the first knockout stage to then now come to this last stage, right? Canada was the most confident side in the octagonal. You understand? So you have to look on that as well too. So while I'm not going to say they're the best team in CONCACAF, because I don't think they're better than Jamaica on paper. But in terms of team chemistry and execution, yeah,
they are better than Jamaica, right?
I say on paper.
No.
Jamaica, Jamaica on paper, Jamaica have the best team in CONCACAF.
Hey, Rodney.
Yeah.
Me tell you something, right? Canada. One time Canada have one star baller, right? That's Ireland. Then in Atanko.
They have 3 now.
And when they say 3, they have 3 world class ballers. Good ballers. They have a guy named
world class, them good.
Jonathan Davis. Him score 5 goals. Jamaica leading goal scorer, Antonio scored 3. In the campaign. Alpha Davis scored 8 goals in the campaign. When you have 2 forward, I get 13 goals. Jamaica scored 12 goals in the entire campaign. In the entire 12 games. Mm-hmm. Yeah? You have 2 strikers who have scored a goal for you. It's like, so what's that Canada now? They have a team now with some young talent which have been playing on a team consistently over the games I mentioned earlier. Yeah? Mm-hmm. So I won't agree with Chris that CONCACAF standard has dropped because US have more players playing in the top leagues around the world now than ever before. One time you have one little ball like London Donovan and I will play for Clint Dempsey. No, US have ball player of Barcelona. You know what I'm saying, Mars?
Juventus.
Yes, more quality players. So what I mean now, so they have become, and look at them, apart from say Pulisic will be injured in and out, the US challenge in and out injuries have been affecting US squad, right? But US have more world class ballers. There's no Jamaica did have some ballers, right? But our ballers, only one baller really, our 2 best ballers in the Premier League is Mikel Antonio and Liam Bailey. And Liam Bailey play half cheap what I can't play either. Yeah? So our best players are playing championship in England. Yeah? And they're not playing, and there's no cohesion among it. So I would agree that the standards have dropped, Chris, because previous campaigns, apart from Mexico, who have 1 and 2 ballers in Europe, now you find that more teams in CONCACAF, Chris. Canada now, US have more players playing in the top leagues around the world. So it has Jamaica too up. Hence why we don't expect Messi to give us 6 in Azteca anymore like before. The game we got 4, Chris, is the only game in the campaign that we play with so many local based players. Players who are traveling for the first time, were playing in cold for the first time. I'm going to count it. Because even in this squad who played last night, Low no travel, Bill no travel. So a bunch of guys that they playing to go to Canada in the cold. So it's the only game we got back up in. It's a game where inexperience comes into play. So because you find that professionals will probably still up. Yes, coaching, the approach of the coach was wrong in terms of a very defensive approach that we are taking in the campaign. And hence we have to score much goals. And if you don't score much goals, you're not gonna qualify for campaign and score much goals in this. Can you have teams score that goals? So yes, I want to agree with Canada. Chris has improved, and there are more players playing in the top level than before, and therefore we see the result now where they actually tap the zone because they have scored the most goals than anybody else. Those two players alone have tapped the goal scoring chart in the CONCACAF. So the result is that
I hear what you're saying, but I still just think that US just and Mexico are just extremely poor. Alright, I don't believe
But
that.
US and Mexico are not CONCACAF.
But Chris, I don't Chris. Even so, I don't see US and Mexico when they play against other teams around the world. When they play, they're not getting back up. Jamaica get back up. They're not being they have friendlies against the big club, the big countries. They are competing and winning. So we cannot say
But Jamaica played Argentina and they got 1-0. Jamaica played Argentina and they got 1-0. It was long ago, but it was the same thing.
That was when that squad that we had, Chris. That squad that was playing the same 11 over and over again. That squad, Chris, never get back from anybody at all. Think about it. That squad from Schaefer.
So then they get 8 from France.
No, and they see
from France one at a time.
When 8 from France, Rodney, it was a guy from Mobile that like a loser player on the side. When Schaefer coached the team, Rodney, it's the same 11 players every game.
Then Schaefer carry go France go get 8.
But I'm saying that was when Schaefer played the same 11.
Schaefer carry go France go. Yeah, but at the same 11 members said it was a what?
No man, Jacobina Barden goal, man. Jacobina Barden goal at the time, man.
Who?
Never forget it. I'm going to Jacobina Barden.
That's a different yet, man.
Never forget it. Chris, remember 11 Chris and Schaefer play the same 11 every game?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. That same 11 man never get back up, man. Nah, but anyway, but I think they've improved. Next thing, Chris. Italy. Big news at World Cup. Italy was at World Cup. I think because Italy not to be in the World Cup. Jorginho!
and it's very sad for you to blame Jorginho. I understand negative as a penalty, but you should not be taking North Macedonia to extra time. Although I know that North Macedonia is a team that will defend for their lives, but you should not be taking them to penalty. You should not be, taking 92nd minute. Yeah, you should have already finished the game. You can't blame Jorginho only. You have to look at the attacking players and say, well, your guys need to stand up and take some responsibility because this was the day that you should have turned up. Like the country needed you. You can't just look at it and say that it's Jorginho's fault only. But Jorginho missed a penalty, which is a very important point in the game, and he has to take a huge responsibility for that also. So yeah, but I think the whole team. You can't pinpoint.
No. I'm not enjoying the fact that he couldn't even form an assist in the game at a penalty. I mean, he didn't assist. Jorginho. Anyway, Randy, you're thinking it's not going to work. You can think about Jorginho.
Sorry, a big side.
It's funny that Arsenal don't have any players that play for Italy. So
we don't normally do.
Yeah, I mean, it's always disappointing to see one of the big teams them not making the World Cup, especially like how wasn't it Italy that won the Euros?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think they should have got an automatic spot.
You win the Euros.
That means win Asian Cup was the automatic spot and CONCACAF automatic spot. Come on, don't do that now. Come on, Chris.
Of course.
Don't do that.
Of
Now,
course.
man, you have to work for your spot, man.
No, work for your spot. Different league, man.
Yeah, work for your spot.
Hey, Rodney. Look at Rodney. And I previous show, Rodney, right? The previous show. I said to Chris that.
Yeah.
Normally in Champions League, which is the biggest league in the world, when you reach the quarterfinal stage and semi-final stage, at least it's quarterfinal. I'm not semi-final, it's quarterfinal. You find at least one Italian club in there. Yeah? At least one.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The last, right now, there's none in the last 8 of it, Rodney. And over the past 8 years, Italian league has been garbage. Yeah? Ask him right now, Rodney, if you sign an Italian striker, Italy can't find one to sign. Yeah? I'm saying Italian defender.
Belotti.
He can't. The best player up in Italy, best player in Italy last couple years, Rodney, and Chiesa. Chiesa his name is?
I would sign Chiesa. You asked me if I would sign an Italian.
And he's injured, Rodney. And he's injured, Rodney. He's injured, Rodney.
Hence why they didn't go.
But I'm saying, Rodney, it's a whole thing with
But you can't put all your hopes and dreams in one person.
I'm not saying Rodney. Rodney.
So you're saying if Messi got injured right now, Argentina would make the World Cup?
Argentina will still go to the World Cup.
Same thing. You can't.
They have been to World Cup before.
Put all your faith
if Neymar injured, Brazil still go to the World Cup. Chris. If Neymar injured, Brazil still go to the World Cup. Yeah? So, I think it's a reflection of Italian league. They have been the last 2 World Cups. I think the reflection is to the Italian football in a whole. And I think it's no coincidence. Yes, they lost to not Macedonia, but I believe Portugal will beat them anyway. So,
no, Portugal would have beat them, and I think it wouldn't have been news if Portugal. Because remember one year that Portugal beat Sweden, and it wasn't really a big thing, but it was 2 big teams. I think the main issue is because they lost to North
Macedonia.
Yeah.
I think that was the issue more than anything.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
But on a positive note though, will Jamaica reach World Cup 2026? Back to Jamaica?
Definitely.
Nope.
Definitely.
Why Rodney? Tell us why Rodney.
Remember said 2026 the format are changing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to move from 32 to 48 teams. And not only that, our region will be hosting it. So Mexico, Canada, and US get automatic qualification. You understand?
Still
so
not going.
Why we're moving from 4.5? We're moving from 4.5 to 5.5.
Still not going.
You understand?
Chris, we finished 6.
I mean, if
we finished 6.
Well, I know.
Right,
exactly.
right.
If this was 2026, we'd be going to the playoffs.
Yeah, we finished 6. I don't see us falling below, say, 5, below Trinidad, Cuba, 80 next.
So Costa Rica is going to Costa Rica will automatically qualify, and Panama.
Costa Rica definitely have to go. Well, I know. Remember saying no. Costa Rica,
maybe based off what is happening, the half would go to El Salvador.
No, Chris, remember there's no US and Mexico, Canada again. No.
Exactly. So I'm saying the other 3 spots.
No.
So the other 3 spots.
Chris, hold on, Chris. Remember saying no, the World Cup spot reserve now affect your confed spot, no, Chris. Think about it now.
It has to affect it this time. If there are 3 teams in the World Cup, normally it's just 1.
Automatic qualification.
Sometimes 2.
My understanding
But Chris, remember saying Spain pulled the 40.
Yeah, so some.
Yeah, and I still don't think Jamaica will go.
So hold on. So basically,
one big bowl of disappointment.
out of the 8.5 side where CONCACAF go qualify, Jamaica can't make it. That's how it was.
First of all, I don't think we're gonna get 8.5, and I don't think Jamaica will go.
Yeah, because
I don't think we get 8.5, and I still don't think Jamaica will go.
Well, I know I could be wrong, but based on my understanding is the 3 automatic qualification spots plus the 5.5 what we're supposed to get regularly. That is my understanding. So I could work with that.
We don't get 5.5 regularly. We get 4.
Jamaica
3.5. 3 teams and 1 goes to playoff.
3.5.
Virgin.
3.5. 3 teams and 1 go to playoff.
We're talking about 2026.
Mm-hmm.
Not 2022.
And it doesn't matter how many teams you tell me. It doesn't matter how many teams you tell me. I don't think Jamaica will go.
It's fine if you don't think that way.
No, because the mentality will not change. I'm not saying it's impossible. I just don't think until I see like a change in the mentality, then I say yes. Because in this hexagon, if Trinidad was in it, if Curacao was in it, if Suriname was in it, if Haiti was in it, all of them would have beaten.
No. I disagree. We beat Honduras. Okay, and we beat all those teams to qualify to
So we go both. So we go both. So we beat Honduras. We going to both. So we beat
Hold
Honduras.
on, let me ask you a
Chris, we
question.
That's what we both
Jack
do.
here.
Hold on. In this octagonal stage, what did happen? That just happened. Right? How much side bug up Jamaica?
It doesn't matter. No. That's not a mark.
Chris.
That is not.
No. How much side bug up Jamaica?
It was Iran. Iran went to the World Cup and nobody backed them up. But they didn't win a single match. That doesn't count. Doesn't count, boss. You can be an expert in losing by a small margin. You're still losing.
Chris, what I'm saying?
Chris, you don't understand what I say, you know. You understand? We're not looking for results. We're looking for performance here. How much side bug up Jamaica?
So because we don't get back up,
the
it's a marker for
from
performance.
Panama, we can say, all right. Yeah, we get 3 from Panama, all right. That was an experiment.
4-0 from you, Canada.
We get 4-0 from Canada. In a minus 4 degrees with a bag of local players. All right. See? Which other match we get back up, you know?
No, none.
We don't get bag up. We don't. I don't think we didn't get beat.
We drew a lot of games. We drew into a game.
Yeah, but we're not only draw a lot of games. We sat behind the ball for most of those games, playing cautious and trying to get nobody scoring us. So we weren't trying to score. Hey, but the next campaign is the same thing we're going to do.
But hold on. Make it sound like say be a 3 and 4-0 we get from side them in a CONCACAF, and that is not the case.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying the same system, the same set that we set up, right? With this setup, I'm not saying that it cannot change over time. I'm saying with the mentality that the players have, right? It doesn't matter how close they go. The mentality is that they won't make it.
Yeah, but you make it sound like say, make it sound like say, even it gonna take some drastic change, like we are get 5 and 6 now, and it gonna take some drastic thing now, so we can cut it down to probably 1 and 2.
No, I'm not.
So
No.
drastic change when we start with.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. This is what I think. We will get close, but we will not go because that's the mentality of the players. We will get close, but we will not go. Do you see these Jamaican players scoring? How old is Gray?
They can.
Hold on.
Chris, I want
Exactly.
Gray is not the future.
Exactly. So who do you see scoring in Jamaica?
I want him though, Chris.
Nicholson?
And back to Nicholson probably, but I'm saying, we don't know it, but I'm saying, Chris, right? The thing is, before we weren't creating other chances, before. That kind of coaching. And you, with a man who loves defensive football, I don't like it. I don't like it. So we're a very defensive man coach. And he's so defensive, but yet we score 1 goal and he can see some goal in 80th minute every time and jar the game.
80th minute.
Yeah, exactly. It's like best minute and jar the game. Like, what are you doing that?
Don't. Hold on.
Chris, I'm saying, Chris, you're playing very defensive, right? So why in the 89th minute you still can't see the goal? Why not? We're taking a D mid in the 89th minute. Why?
No, that's a crazy move. That's something that we cannot explain. That is something that we cannot explain.
Those points, we keep on giving them late goals.
All of them points
each time.
we lose. Yeah.
Yes, Scott. Anthony scored the goal, boom. He gave a goal again. So if you look at the result, he said, okay, yeah, we play defense, we weren't getting a lot of chances, but we're far off, but like some lapses that I don't know. So if the defensive,
yeah, but every day we're close and we never. All right, so we're looking at these teams, right? We lost to Costa Rica, we barely beat Curacao to get here. A lot of these teams, right? Trinidad will not be the same Trinidad that it was this year, right? A lot of teams are improving, right? In, let's say, Haiti, some of them other small islands, they're improving, right? So we cannot say even Cuba. So we cannot say that, because
So
these
why?
teams didn't qualify,
No.
it means that we're
I'm saying.
automatically clear.
So why you think?
Because Jamaica is not as far away from a lot of these teams as what we've seen in the hexagon.
No, but it's not only Jamaica. Hold on, Bruce. It's not only Jamaica alone, you know. The CONCACAF is a lot closer now. You understand? We now get 5 and 6 at stake again.
That's true.
No. And I'm saying, in 4 years' time, who is to say that Mexico will not breed another Chucky Lozano and another Chicharito? That's a problem, right?
So who
This
is
is the worst.
In my time of watching football, this is the worst Mexico team I've seen. Right? There is nothing. No. It says a lot. It says a lot. And it's the worst US team.
No.
Minus Pulisic and McKennie. Minus Pulisic and McKennie. And Des, Sergio Des. They minus these 3 players. It's a very ordinary US team.
Hey, Chris. That's 3 world-class players. So the gap, what was it, Chris? Is that they're ordinary?
No, I'm saying minus these 3 players. Hold on. Minus these 3 players, US is a very poor team. Very poor team. If you minus Pulisic, Des, and the other guy, McKennie, US is a very poor team. Right? Mexico.
Our performance.
No.
Chris.
Even when Jamaica played them, Jamaica should have beat them.
How many world-class players, how many top player players you have before last campaign, this campaign? Normal inside. The big name player.
They didn't have top players, but they have better players. They had better players.
No.
They had better players.
No,
you could see that they had better players.
I not think so.
No. What I'm saying, the gap.
No. Hold on. As long as we minus Pulisic, Des, and McKennie, then I'm saying US had better players.
They're the big name players.
I'm saying US had better players.
Those are the big name players.
Who had before? World class before.
For Jamaica,
no,
first of all,
for US.
I'm saying for CONCACAF,
you have Dempsey.
You have Dempsey, Donovan, Altidore. You have Josie Altidore.
Altidore, come on. Altidore, man.
No, for Jamaica, we're talking about in CONCACAF. Alright, in CONCACAF.
They weren't world-class players, Chris. They weren't a different era.
But you have Beasley, you have the guy that you have the Brady.
Yeah, but the main
Bradley
factor we
Johnson.
have things.
No, man.
Bradley.
Tim Bradley's son, the D-mid, man.
Yes. So he was one of them. So they have players.
Chris, point that I make, right, is that those players will not be able to dominate this era in CONCACAF. Yeah?
You don't know that.
No, I'm not saying to you, Chris. What happened, Chris? In those eras,
this brother.
Why you think that, for example, look at Canada team. Canada team can compete with US. Even this Canada team will compete with US team from yesterday, like, from that era. And bear in mind, Chris, US now went to the last World Cup. Bear it in mind. So you're saying that this USA team is that bad, but US never went to the last World Cup either. So
but then you can look at it and say that's where the regression has started, and then they look at it and say,
no. In a
because at that point, hold on. No, at that point, Pulisic was like, 18? He was just breaking through. McKennie was young also, and so was this. So these players that they have right now, they have matured for this campaign, but they were very young, right? So there were these bright stars coming up. First of all, Jamaica doesn't have any bright stars, right? That's the first thing. We have no bright stars. It's just darkness coming up.
How did I brother, man?
What bright star do we have?
It is up to the coaching staff to
No. You say we had bright stars. What are the bright stars that we have? What do we have to look for? What player? Yeah.
Right now. Right.
Old Liam Bailey.
No, Bailey is not a bright star. Bailey is a star. You can't use Bailey. You can't use Bailey. Bailey is not a bright star.
I first champion. He's still young.
No, I'm not talking about Bailey. I'm saying Bailey is not a bright star. Bailey is the star of the team. He's not a bright star.
He's young.
I remember, we're talking about when US didn't go to the World Cup. They could say, okay, we had we had Pulisic, we had McKennie, and we had Dest that will be a breakthrough star, or we will bust these stars, right? Apart from Bailey, right? Who as we just identified now, is a star.
Chris.
We are talking about the 2026 World Cup. What star are we looking to bud for the 2020? It can't be only Bailey. That's no future. Only Bailey cannot be the future.
No,
we have to have some players that want him.
Hold on. What may I say? See, it is up to the coaching. It is up to the coaching staff to go now. As we say, we're in a real building stage. Coaching staff,
identify and keep
do some scouting. Exactly. Basically, what you say is there is nobody out there we can put on the black, green, and gold for Jamaica.
Yeah,
we have potential. That's how you sound right now. I mean,
no, that's not. No. That's not what I'm saying.
Randy.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, based off all these guys that we have seen put on the black, green, and gold, we haven't seen one of them bust out with the potential like what we see a Pulisic or a Sergio that's bust out with the potential to say, okay, the next campaign they will be fully flourished and they will be ready. We don't see none of them yet.
Hey, Rodney.
That's what I'm saying. We don't see any of them yet.
Let's go Canada, right? Go Canada 5 minutes, right? We not Canada have a top league, have a big league. Like, I think big like US second division of Canada, right? But what Canada's done, you see? Most of those players on Canada team, people realize now, are not Canadian now. They're not born in Canada. They're given citizenship like Jamaica, same method. But the difference is that they do it from early. You used to have the same methodology, you know. Yeah? We don't give people citizenship and then play in the country, and born in the country. Right? Same thing France. But Canada, as a sample, they have the same squad, the same players playing at least 2 years together. I mean, they don't pop as a star you play for Canada. So it's like coming to what Randy said, Chris. Scouting. Yeah, them say the guy from Everton, what's his name again? Remember Chris? The winger from Everton. Demargue wasn't in position before the campaign finished, right? But let's still push along, get his passport from there. Let him play 2 years, 3 years.
Him need
so the campaign come in.
League.
He's still 21, 22, 23 years old. He's 27 years old. 26 years old.
Fine. If you get Demargue, if you get Demargue, then we can say, okay, the flanks are sorted out. Right?
But Chris,
what about the midfield?
Chris, he's the only Jamaican on there. That about scouting, what kind of scouting? He's the only one. Do you know, for example, that Smith?
But we seem to be getting all the worst ones. He's not the only one, but we seem to we could only find Grant when he was 30 something. We couldn't find him before that.
When he was 20. Hold on, and he want he said he
exactly. We couldn't find him before that.
So I'm saying, we couldn't find him before that. No, I'm saying coming to JFF and scouting. Antonio said one time before, Antonio reached old man, nothing called Antonio. Yeah? So it's about doing it from now. Canada show you say, do it from early. Then it's a play from now. Yeah? So
build up the chemistry and gel.
Don't wait until
I get that, but you're still not answering my question.
So I'm saying
I'm saying a lot can change in 4 years' time. Right? But we have been chopping and changing and putting in players and bringing our players, right? Fine. Which one of these players do you think is good enough to make the 2026 campaign? All right.
So right now, for example, I think
quite a few of them have potential.
Which one?
Yeah, because even this campaign, I think before the centre back in this campaign, the campaign, the guy King. He can improve.
King is fine. King is okay. King is okay.
I'm not saying
Let me say King.
And King came in at 19, 20 at the back end of the campaign, last 2 games. I'm saying, don't make him play now, play initially, play Gold Cup. So he can still let himself have a partnership between him and if a low still or Topia or somebody. The right back come on last night. That 20-year-old Zemini's played last night. He's 20 years old.
I'm at 20. You're sure I'm at 17?
I think so. Some year about. Some year. And the guy from Kevin.
A little boy.
A little boy. He played last. He played right back last game. And he can't too. I'm saying Chris.
Alex Marshall.
Just pick. No, Alex. No, I would be Alex. Alex kind of. If Alex. Chris, right? Alex played to make about 3 or 4 years ago. Or we can't see played since chop and chain mentality. Yeah, Maggie play a couple games and then we don't play him again.
Maggie not to play it. Maggie not supposed to come back yet. Maggie needs to. I told her already. You want me to get in trouble with all the Maggie fans, but I tell you Maggie don't need to play for Jamaica.
You know right now, Chris. You know right now.
Not yet. He needs to change.
Hey Chris, I use Paul. Remember Paul from guy called Paul from CC.
No, I can't. You see how hold on. Let us stop right there. I'm going to stop it right there. Do you see how ordinary Lamar Walker looks?
Last
like no, not last night. Don't do that. Whole campaign. Whole camp. Like you wouldn't even take out a pen to send a letter home about Lamar Walker. Right? You just want to just cheer the paper. Lamar Walker doesn't look good for Jamaica.
So what about,
and I know that Lamar Walker can play. So what is wrong with Lamar Walker? He just look like a wild on the field.
No, because sometimes we benchmarks them kind of. Probably we are use the right scale.
Look at Bowser. Bowser is scoring so many goals that he's gotten a transfer to play for Spartak Moscow. That's how much goals Bowser is scoring, right? But Bowser has to score this shoulder when he's playing for Jamaica. What is wrong with Bowser? No, look at it. No, you're telling me that it's not their mentality.
Coaching.
But just look at that.
Coaching.
No. Nobody can coach that out here so quick. Nobody can coach that out here so quick. Look at Bowser. Bowser is scoring in Europe, but he can't score. He can't score for Jamaica.
He's not lethal, right? But in other clubs, you get more chances. When you play in Jamaica and you play it one chance for a game, kind of you play and a with more mentality. It's kind of rough, man. But I mean,
and you have to also remember to he might play and train in club week in week out,
Yeah,
so
and I see him chop and see him talking
club,
about
and that is one of the things why I don't really like to compare international football and club football because really two different things. Right. Jamaica we play 3 matches over the last couple of days, right? When is the next match?
June.
Couple months from now. You understand? June. You understand what I say?
And then
more than likely GFF are going to assemble the squad 3 days before. You understand? 1 blackboard session, 2 training session, match play, then fly out the next day. You understand what I say? There's no real room for development there, so.
Yeah, but a lot of the things that cause Jamaica to lose the game are some common sense things.
Exactly, but how the coach
No. Common sense. Like
understanding, Bridget.
When you lose the ball, you should run back. Common sense, like please control the ball. Common sense, like if you're under pressure, clear the ball. These are the simple, commonsensical things. You go down the flank, you cross the ball. This is common sense, and this is what Jamaica can get. Common sense.
Yeah. But you have to also remember,
coach can't train that in.
Hold on. I see one play last night, Zine, where like Ravel, I think Ravel lose the ball and him a press. But based on what him did do, it never did make no sense. I see like when he turn around, I don't know who him did a cuss, but he did a cuss somebody like him and say, yo, why you not do what you supposed to do?
Like in the car, like
you understand what I say? No.
Pull like press.
Yeah, like him I say, yo, Bridget, what you do? So guess what now? See, him understand one certain type of football, so yo, whatever you're supposed to do this. The other person don't understand that the football there. You understand what I say? So them do something else. There's a breakdown right there. So no, how do we correct these things? Because guess what no. Sometimes you look on somebody and say, yo, something is common sense and them should have known to do that. But sometimes it's the context. You understand what I say? Because of the context. Because you look on it from the angle or perspective from this person. What this a person you do, a foolishness. But if you're supposed to look on it from the context of this person over here, so the person over here so do foolishness. You understand? Everybody needs to be on the same page. And that's one of Jamaica's biggest problem. Everybody is not on the same page.
Yeah.
The chap and change is a big contributor to that.
One continuity.
Yeah, because if say for instance, whatever, because guess what no. Say for instance, me at the midfield. Say for instance, like a Speedy and a Ravel, they know. We are constantly not about Speedy and Ravel and the mix up and whatever. Then, if the man them now get to play together consistently, right? How them are going to develop that chemistry there? where them can have certain little things that they develop on the field, differently from what the coach has said, where them can use to do for them little thing, for them little communication, for say, all right, me will press on you, Jap, or you press on me, Jap, or whatever. You understand what I say? Them can develop them the thing there if everybody a chop and every day you come is a new man.
True.
You see me I say?
True.
You not even know if you call him, you don't know his name. You see me I say? You have to say, number 19. You have to call man by the number with them have for the jersey.
Yeah,
You don't know their
name.
name.
My name. Well, I just make a put your pan jersey. Put your pan jersey.
They name the pan jersey and you call, you're number 7. You understand what I say? That makes sense, Bridge.
That's true. I think that they'll do for that campaign between Rodney. Big pan, Rodney. Big pan. But there you go. But World Cup 2026, let me come over there. Chris. Yeah, here you go. Chris, lovely Premier League resume this weekend. We'll go. Before we have to get into the Premier League this weekend, I mean, so a few nice games coming up. The diagonal race is keenly poised. Liverpool can go on top of the table Saturday morning. My pick 5, Liverpool should win. I mentioned Liverpool on my pick 5. My pick 5 is first game is Man U versus Leicester. What do you think with one there, Chris? Man U win.
Man U win.
Man U win. All right.
Man U.
Leicester. Why Man U win, Chris? Man U? I'm going to go Leicester. I think Leicester will win.
NDD out for the season.
Yeah?
NDD out for the season, so you're not playing well.
Vardy's back?
Yeah, but they have no midfield. Like NDD is like the linchpin. So it's like.
Alright. West Ham Everton.
Wow.
Tough game.
Antonio play. Him injured.
Man, you should be playing.
Antonio should play, but Antonio is not really on any,
Any good form right
now.
Yeah,
Tough
but
game,
but then
Jamaica salt him up.
yeah, man, I told you, right? But yeah, I want West Ham to win. But then I don't want Lampard to go down because I won't near the end of it. So it's a tough game. That's gonna be a tough game because Everton is. I go with Everton. Everton is fighting for their life, and those teams are very dangerous.
I think I'm more a draw though, but I mean,
any team fighting for life is dangerous. I'll go with Everton.
Yeah. Where's the Rodney? You go West Ham?
Yeah, one West Ham, man.
Alright. Spurs, Newcastle, this one is a nice one.
Antonio Conte.
I'm going Newcastle. Rodney, Spurs and Newcastle.
Spurs.
Hey, by the way, Chris. By the way, my guy played Brazil this weekend.
Rafinha
from Newcastle. Nah, man. Bruno.
Gumarães.
Play for Brazil.
Oh. That's good.
So I'm going Newcastle. Rodney?
That one, this is Spurs, man.
Spurs. Alright. Liam Bailey returned to Aston Villa. Hopefully get a start against Wolves. So Wolves have been, I think, heading in the wrong direction. Aston Villa looking, I think, Arsenal clipped their wing the other day. So
Wolves are safe.
But I want to see all more play and play still. I go watch the match there. Because
I don't think he will start.
The ball a bubble up on him. Aston Villa like
it doesn't happen. You should watch Liam Bailey's cameo against Everton. Right after he just,
No, I watch it. Yeah, man, watch it, man.
And
I say,
20 minutes.
But Chris, no, you can't
the ball a
start.
bubble up, man, turn over everything.
Chris?
I don't know, different manager. I think, maybe he said that Liam Bailey has an England injury once, and but Liam Bailey played the qualifiers. He didn't play all games. I guess they have plans for him.
He played 290 minutes. He played 2 full 90.
No, he played 290, but he had rest in between. That he didn't want his legs to be too tired to re-injure him. So I guess there was some level of precaution with the Jamaican team and Aston Villa. So yeah, he should be fine. Going into the back end of the season. Right. So
you're going with him? Going with Wolves?
Aston Villa. I told you I don't like Aston Villa because how they play, they're very all up in your face, and I don't. So Aston Villa.
All right. So all about the Aston Villa then. All right. The big one, I see the best for last. Chelsea have an easy game because we're going to mention Chelsea game. It's an easy game.
That's right.
The best for last though.
Chelsea should win anytime they play.
Yeah. I'm gonna mention, Arsenal versus Crystal Palace, the Monday night derby last time.
That is the best for last.
That's the best.
That is the best for last.
It
sounds like a mid-table clash.
Arsenal foot.
I can't
Arsenal
believe you're
foot
playing
on
against
the
Crystal Palace and you're saying
That
you're
happened.
saving the best for last. I can't believe that's
Because Crystal Palace clips the Jaw City last game out. I forget that.
so
Yeah, so I mean,
if Crystal Palace was going to play Chelsea, I wouldn't say it's the best for last. I'm just saying I'm going to kill this smart team.
Really? So
Yeah.
Arsenal should beat Crystal Palace then. They're going Arsenal then. They're going Arsenal.
Arsenal is not at the same size of Chelsea, so maybe it's a big match for the because of the size of the both clubs.
Hey, Randy. Randy. Arsenal is going to finish above Chelsea end of the season here. Remember I told you, right?
Kwesi,
That is garbage.
Clip it.
If
Flip it.
Arsenal finish above Chelsea by the end of the season, then we can also say Chelsea have won the Champions League again. You can clip that too.
No.
And the FA Cup.
Hey,
That's how far out
hey,
that is.
more you saying a box of KFC for me and Arsenal feature about Chelsea, yeah?
Okay, boss. I don't think it is.
Alright, cool.
Alright, so on the move, right? So Pochettino is interviewed for the Manchester United job. What do you think about that? Should he get it? So it's Pochettino, Ten Hag, Luis Enrique, and
I don't think
who's the other guy again? Yeah, all of them. Plus Ragnick, maybe. So who do you think should get the position?
I think the best guy would be Luis Enrique, but I don't think he's interested.
Why?
Um,
Why? No, they're flown to speak with him. But why? Why Enrique?
I think the big club before. He's have a big club before. I think Barca coach, right? Because Barca before I Spain, right? Both of them.
Mm-hmm. Barca and Spain. He's going to
Barca,
Spain.
yeah, and I mean, Ten Hag, yes, people talk a lot about him, but it's at Ajax, so I mean Ajax never. Like he won the Champions League with Ajax or anything, and they won trophy in Ajax in Ajax in Dutch league, but it's still a small club compared to Man U.
Yeah, but for Ten Hag has a
Luis-
system that people love. That's why Ten Hag is
Yeah,
so
but I'm saying, but
regarded to his system.
he has never serial winner, never managed a big club, win small leagues. You know what I'm saying? Luis Enrique know what the Barcelona system, about system of play, philosophy of play, and a man's big club.
Enrique got
before.
Messi, Iniesta. Enrique, it's a good team.
But
So.
it doesn't matter. He managed a big club, big stars. I manage a big club comparing to that. So hence why I would prefer Enrique, but I don't think he's going to take a job though.
So you say Enrique?
I think Pochettino stopped his job at since at
Big
PSG, big time. I think he may have go to a mid-table team like maybe a
rebuild his reputation.
rebuild his career. Maybe a small team in Spain, maybe a Villarreal or Valencia, one of those side, maybe. All right, but I don't think you get a job though. Definitely don't think you get a job though. But yeah.
Okay, all
my
right.
take.
So next thing, all right. Tottenham, Paulo Dybala. Tottenham interested, also Arsenal. What do you think?
Definitely Arsenal. I think we tried before and never worked out, so I don't think so. Maybe Tottenham. I don't think Arsenal by him.
So you want them to use Arsenal like to negotiate a good deal, or you want him to actually come to Arsenal?
Nah, I don't know. I don't know if I really want Arsenal. I think I want a proven striker. Even a Canadian guy, probably he's young.
Jonathan David?
A young team. Yeah, a young team, a young striker would be good. Somebody mobile. I thought a team want right now. So that's where I'm looking for. But nah, not Arsenal. I don't
Rashford
see
and Luke Shaw to leave Man United. What do you think about that? Man
Rashford.
U want to Man
Maybe
U want to extend their contracts, but they're open to the idea of leaving.
Rashford, I think good for Rashford to leave. I think it has become toxic and now becoming that way. Um, I see he still has quality, but I think the environment will change. I mean, it's like Tammy Abraham leaving Chelsea, and now his stocks has risen, and he can he can vie for a place in the England 11, or England squad to World Cup. I think Rashford need a change come September, and hopefully have a month or two to try to force his way into the squad. So definitely he should be out. Luke Shaw, he can stay, but I mean, depends on who comes in. More likely Luke Shaw stay than Rashford.
Here's an interesting one. Barcelona will allow 8 players to leave in order to free up their wage bill to sign Mohamed Salah.
Barca signing Salah. Barca signed a few wingers. You have Charori and is there any name there from City went there? Florent Torres. Yeah. I don't think Salah will go to there. I don't agree. They will lose some players for sure. Get some more wage, some wage bill. But not Salah. Salah more a Real Madrid target, but not Barca. Don't Salah Barca. Nah.
Okay,
You don't
Leeds.
want to go down again.
Okay, Leeds star Rafinha, top target for Barcelona also. I think for Rafinha, they're in advanced talks with Barcelona. Deal is quoted to be around 60 million. So I think they're building like a strong team, and he's seen as one of the big parts of it. So what
And
do you
he's
think
young.
about that? He's young.
I see
I
something
wanted
I
Rafinha.
see something as well that if they get relegated is release clause is
It can't,
25
no,
million.
it will be a scrap. If they get relegated, it will be a scrap. So like he will
Yeah,
choose because
it's
then
25.
all the big clubs coming in for the deal, right? So
But
Barcelona are trying to get it done before the time.
but but if they stays up, it's 75 million release clause.
Exactly. We know
Um,
that. We know that. We know that.
So, and currently they are moving and they're going to stay up. I don't see the finishing before because he still have a contract. Just like he's had the last year contract, he still have a contract with them. So I don't see Barca signing them before the season ends. And by current trend, they're going to stay. So I don't see my Barca here. Maybe Bayern Munich or maybe even Chelsea or even
It'd be lovely if it's
I don't,
Chelsea. I tell you.
Liverpool. I don't know, but if Salah goes, then he makes me Liverpool. But let's see. I mean,
All
I
right.
don't see what Barca.
So back at Arsenal, finally have two for you, right? With Arsenal. First one is Latour Martinez to Arsenal.
Mm.
What do you think?
No.
You don't want Martinez? You know, I was so surprised how slow Martinez was. He's probably one of the slowest short guys I've ever seen. Yeah, he's very slow. Like very not
No.
blessed with pace. An extremely good shot, but he's not blessed with pace. Nicolas Pepe out.
Not a big loss, really.
Wow.
Out.
You probably just
What do you
switched
mean?
Spain for
He's
Pepe.
injured. He's injured or leaving. What are you talking
He's
about?
leaving.
Leaving?
Leaving. He's hinting at a summer exit.
Um, if you could recoup my money for him, it'd be good.
I don't believe you said that. You probably not even finished paying for him
Um,
yet.
yeah. So we have been doing a restructuring. The thing is, he has. If you say to me that that Torre Elmino pay back his money at Chelsea when he scored a Champions League goal because he won a
Of
title.
course.
I can say this to you. If Arsenal finish in the top four, Pepe would have paid back his money.
How Pepe
That
would
goal he
have played
scored,
when he hasn't started
that
10
goal,
games?
that goal he came on bench and scored and give me the winner. I will say that to you. That 3 points. I'm saying to you. Yes? Those 3 points.
No, it cannot be
When he came
equal.
up
No, it
when
cannot
he
be
came
equal.
up,
It cannot be equal.
if Arsenal,
You know when you think, no. Do you know how many things Fernando Torres did to pay back that money at Chelsea?
Nothing.
No, you can't say that.
Nothing.
Do you remember the Europa League final? Do you remember the Europa League final? Fernando Torres scored the first goal. Fernando Torres scored the first goal in the Europa League final. Then the year before that, he went on and he scored against Barcelona, and then he got the corner that Jagba scored from. So Fernando Torres did a lot. You don't do that.
Pepe
Don't do that.
has scored many goals as Torres at Chelsea for a longer period of time. So calm down. But I'm saying to you, if I start finishing top four,
also Pepe has cost more than Torres.
Different. Every day I try to teach you the time value of money. I feel to understand.
No. Is it a fact that he's cost more? He's cost more. He's 72 million. He's 72 million.
That's
For
a
an ordinary left-footed player. 72 million for an ordinary left-footed player.
Chris, come on, Chris. Let's understand money and time value of money. When you pay for a man $50 million 50 years ago, and pay for a man $70 million 50 years after, a different value of money.
Bro, it's not.
Different market.
It's not 15.
Okay.
15.
Hold on, go with that. I'll give you 10. Take 10. It's more than 10, I'll give you 10. It's still a different value of money. Time value of money and the market is different. So understand the context. All right, boss. There's a reason.
Was Pepe transferred before or after Neymar went to PSG?
Almost after Chris. Really, Chris?
We have to put that into context because that's the only
The market changed.
You have to also remember.
No, I know. I'm just at this point, I'm just being difficult. Alright, because he's trying to say something about.
Randy. We bought him on a loan. They paid him money a 5-year period. That make it even worse. You pay loan of 5 years. Up front. When you pay a man 50 million up front, no.
It's because your club is. It's because your club is broke.
A different value, that's what
it doesn't matter.
Because your club doesn't want
a different value. It doesn't matter.
No, but Rodney, it is a different value. But then when the player doesn't perform, and he's still playing 20 million for him every season and he's not performing, it's kind of more hurtful than if you had just paid the money up front and just been stuck with the player.
I see. Matter of fact, if I pay money up front and leave that money go and use it for a period of time or something else, yeah. But I'm saying, I pay the money up front, boss. Yes, boss. We go and pay a loan and cost about every little. But anyway, Pepe has scored some important goals for Arsenal, none better than the one he scored this season. And because of Pepe goal, we're currently in the top 4, and therefore, if you finish in top 4, without forgetting all about Pepe and the money that he have cost Arsenal. But for now,
I said money worth it.
For now, if you finish top 4, the money worth it. Anyway, Rodney, it was really nice having you tonight, Rodney. Thanks for coming and sharing.
No problem.
You're passionate about reggae boys, and so do some of my Chris, maybe not show it, but when Jamaica is playing, he's going to turn on his laptop or his TV to make sure he's watching it. So he loves reggae boy just as much.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in.
But just want him to be more positive or more optimistic, you know?
Yeah. All right, boss. All right. So, fans, thanks for tuning in the episode of Football Fans Exclusive. Please like, share, and subscribe.